So the film starts with an old lady named Nani. Nani tells that I have been possessed by the Sator, whom I consider my god. After this, the scene gets cut, and we are shown black and white scenes in which there is a jungle and a strange house built in the middle of the jungle. On going inside, which candles are seen burning everywhere. Here we see Nani in a posed state. We also get to see a picture which was of Nani and her daughter, and in the other room, we see a lady wearing a white gown standing in the middle of the candles. This girl wearing a white gown now goes out of her house and puts kerosene oil inside the dead body, lying outside her house, and sets it on fire. After which, we saw that the soul of that body was coming out and flying towards the sky, and immediately after this, we are shown a horrifying thing. This was a demon. Now the scenes come back to the present, and in the present we see Adam. Adam is in the same jungle at this time, whose black and white scene we have already seen. Adam Gra also lived in the same house, which we have seen in the previous scene. Actually, Adam was Nayini's grandson. That's why he was at Nayini's house. At Nayini's house, he now listens to Nayini's recordings. While listening to the recording, he suddenly starts having hallucinations. He sees himself in front of a strange, dense place, inside which a torch was burning. He was getting lost in his hallucinations, but then he regained consciousness when his dog barked. Adam thought that these hallucinations were his delusion and went inside the forest again. He fixed a camera outside his house and came home, where now we were seeing another boy besides Adam. This boy was Pete, Adam's brother. He came here to help Adama. After installing the CCTV, when they checked, this CCTV camera was not working. Pete checked it and told him that some things of this camera are faulty, which he will have to bring from home. Adam goes home, agreeing to Pete. While inside this small house, we see that Pete was now talking to Nani. Nani tells Pete that she has amnesia. She did not even remember when her husband had died. It was clear at this time that Nani could not even recognize her own grandson, Pete and Adam. Well, when Adam comes out with the things, he sees a strangely posed girl near the house whose name is Evie. Evie had also seen her. She asked Adam if he had any work with her. Adam nodded in response, and the girl left from there. Adam and Pete take the things and go back to their house. After fixing the camera, Pete goes to pee, and only Adam is left in that cabin. He again started listening to Nani's recording. This time also, while listening to the recording, his dog started barking loudly. Adam thought that maybe he wants to go out. He opened the door and saw a torch burning in the distance. Seeing this, he went into hallucinations. This time, in the illusions that were coming from him, he was going closer to the torch, but closer to Mishal. On going, his vibrator breaks and he comes back to the real world. This time, he was very disturbed by his vibrator. That's why he came out of his cabin and started walking. The jungle was looking very strange today. He took a picture of the jungle and then came home and started watching it on the computer. There was nothing unusual in this picture. Still, he took a print of this picture. The next morning, Adam and Pete go to Nani's house again. Pete starts talking to Nani, but today Nani was not recognizing Pete because she had amnesia. In the course of their conversation, they started talking about Sator, and Nani told both of them that Set has possessed me. He guides me, tells me things, and whatever he tells me, I write it in a diary. Adam was looking at the pictures in the house today, with which his old memories were associated. Then Preet went to his house, and Adam came to his cabin. Today he was hearing strange whispering sounds outside his cabin, as if someone was mumbling something in a soft voice, saying something. Scared, he opened the cabin and checked outside. Evie was standing outside with an album in her hand. This album also had pictures of Adam's mom. While looking at his mom's pictures, Adam started seeing strange aliens again, in which he gets badly lost, and when he gained consciousness, he saw that now Evie was not in his cabin. He did not know what happened. Now, while looking at the pictures, he remembered the picture he had taken yesterday in the jungle. With a red twig in his hand, he started searching for that picture, but he was not able to find that picture in his cabin. Suddenly, the recordings of the nanny also started playing automatically in his room. The nanny was saying that the setter has found you. He knows your every move. Hearing this, Adam got scared. He looked back, and then a man had also come in his cabin. This man had a deer's head on his head, and animal skin was wrapped around his body. And that man also had the picture in his hand, which Adam was searching for. Adam got scared seeing this. And then the recording was played again. In the recording, the nanny said that the setter has reached you. He will meet you in the dark. Now that man also raised the deer mask from his face. Seeing him, Adam got scared. He picks up the gun to kill this man. Before he could fire the shot, his lamp went off, and when he again switched on the lamp, by then that man had left from here. Well, the next morning, it is shown that Adam's dog has got lost in the forest. Pete has come with Adam to search for him, but even till night they did not find that dog. Now these people sat down and started talking about their sister who had disappeared in a strange way. Where did she go? What had happened to her? No one knows about Nanny. According to Sator, Adam says, I think Nani's husband also sacrificed himself deliberately so that Nanny could stay with Sator. Adam's words make Pete feel very strange, and he leaves from there. Adam now comes home, turns on many lights in his small cabin, and sits down opening the album given by Evie. This album was of his childhood, and it also had a picture of Adam's birthday. Adam starts remembering that time, how good it was at that time. Everyone, Adam's mom, dad, Nani's husband, everyone was together to join Adam's happiness. In all these flashbacks, we see that the way Sator had posed Nani, in the same way Sator had posed Adam's mom as well, Nani's daughter as well. In this flashback, Adam's sister asks Adam, does Sator pose you as well? As soon as he remembers this, Adam gets shocked and comes to his senses. And again he starts hearing strange sounds outside his cabin. When Adam went out of the cabin to check these strange sounds, he saw Evie tied to the trees. He wanted to help Evie. He went close and tried to free her, but suddenly it felt as if he too has been possessed. And after being possessed, he started strangling Evie. Thankfully, before Evie died, Adam got his senses, and he released Evie and freed her. Evie got scared of him and ran away from here. Adam now sees that man in the same forest who had come to his cabin one day earlier. But the next scene was even more scary. What Adam saw was that something was flying Evie in the air and taking her away. Something had lifted Evie alive into the sky, as if someone had sacrificed her. This scary scene, seen with his own eyes, took the life out of Adam. He ran back to his cabin inside the cabin. He was very scared after coming back. He lit many candles so that the darkness would disappear and there would be light and he would feel less scared. Then he took out the same picture in his laptop, which he had taken that day in the jungle. When the jungle seemed very strange to him, he increased the brightness of this picture, and he saw many strange entities standing in the jungle. According to Adam, these 4 entities could be linked to Sator. Adam got even more scared because he felt that these members of Sator's cult would now take him away, just like they took Evie. He was still thinking all this when suddenly the door of his cabin also opened, and all 4 members of Sator's cult came inside his cabin. Adam knew that they had come to take him. To save himself from them, Adam ran out of the cabin. To save himself from them, Adam kept running the whole night. While running, he even reached a river on the edge of the forest. Morning was about to come, but it was still dark. But from close by, he saw that torch moving, which he used to get auras from repeatedly. Just like his illusion, today he started moving towards that torch. When he reached near that torch, he became completely still. Now in front of him was Sator, whom he was seeing for the first time, a scary human being, and a goat-like creature, who was very powerful. Sator pointed towards him with his nail, and the scene shifted from here. A lot of time has passed. The weather has also changed, and it is known that Adam has not been seen since that day. Pete holds himself responsible for his disappearance because he was not able to take care of his brother Adam. Adam's disappearance had deteriorated his mental health so much that he had to be admitted in a mental asylum. And here, for the first time, we are shown Deborah, i.e., his sister, about whom we came to know in the beginning of the movie that she disappeared. She had come to meet Pete, after which she also went to meet Nanny. She read Nanny's diary, in which she used to write the things told by the sitter, and also asked Nanny about her mother. Nanny did not remember anything. That's why Nanny did not tell anything. Then Deborah told Nanny that I am going to meet Pete now. His condition is also very bad. In the next scene, it was shown that she was with Pete, where Pete was really very upset. He was as worried about Adam even today as he was on the first day. Then Tabor explained to him that Adam had passed away. It was better for him to stay alone at that time. But if he has disappeared, then who knows, the sitter might have taken him. And even if he comes back, I think now he will harm us. Even after Deborah's words, Pete did not have patience, so he stubbornly went out to find Adam. He still had his and Adam's picture in his hand, looking at which he was also getting very emotional. Even after breaking up, he did not find Adam. In Adam's memory, Pete came to Adam's cabin, where he saw that Evi was sitting on a chair in white clothes and was swinging comfortably. He was surprised to see that suddenly in the next moment, someone grabbed his throat. The one who grabbed his throat was none other than Adam, who did not give him a chance to think anything, and killed him by stabbing his stomach with deer horns from behind. His blood splattered on his family picture. Pete's screams echo in the sky, and Adam pushes him into the fire to stop his screams. And Pete also dies like this. As soon as he dies, we see that his soul is also coming out and going inside the sky like the earlier people, as if his soul has also been sacrificed by the setter for himself. And the twist in the story is that the EB and Adam that we were seeing here, both of them were not humans at this time, but were souls. Both of them now worked for the setter. We came to know another scary reality about the setter, that whichever human he used to get people killed by getting them possessed. And then he used to take control of their souls, and by making those souls a member of his cult, he used to get them to work for him. That is, he used to get other people killed by getting them possessed. And now because Sator had possessed Evi and Adamam, so after death, both of them performed their duty for Sator. Pete was killed by Adamam, after which his soul also became a part of Sator's cult. Here it was revealed that the soul shown in white clothes in the beginning of the movie was also a sacrifice for Sator. Sator ruled this entire forest, and whoever came to live in the nearby area used to go via the moon. Well, now we see the alive Deborah, that is, Adamam's sister, who was alive at Nani's house at this time. And today we were also shown Nani in white clothes, which means she was a soul and had been dead for a long time. That is, she is also a member of the cult. Kapora sees that suddenly, her Nani disappeared in front of her eyes, and when she went to find her with a red ton. When she went out to kill her, suddenly Adam's spirit appeared in front of her and caught her by the throat. Then Pete and Evie also came here. All three of them burnt her alive in the fire, and her screams echoed in the air, and finally she died. All the members of Nani's family were killed. Now in the post-credit scene of the film, we were shown Nani's house, where all the family members of Nani were dead, and even Adam's dog was there. All of them had become members of the cult, and were ready to kill other people by posing for the setter. Everyone knows that by doing this, the setter's powers will increase, and this story ends here by showing them only.